Previously on Dumbgeons and Dragons.
We are the Guild of the Nine Shadows.
Fancy.
Well, be on your way. Go catch the train.
What's a train? Do we know what trains are?
Yes, because you've ridden the train before.
Did we?
When you arrive in Waterdeep, you sense a sudden shift in the wind, and with it brings a strange sense of unease. One woman stands up and she says, "The disturbance that's been sensed across the Sword Coast is the Drakhorn."
Well, I say we go north because it sounds like more fun as well. And that's how I base a lot of my decisions to adventure.
That to you too. This is the FROSTSKIMMR.
Oh, the Frost Skimmer.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing along with that.
As the ship hits a large wave, you have to hold onto the railing, and you hear more crewmen scream from port side as people and cargo are dumped into the water.
You guys should be making now either a dexterity or a strength check to see if you stay on the boat.
All right.
So whichever is better for you.
Oh, strength is better for me. Fuck. Guys, I rolled a 5.
Plus.
2.
All right.
Yeah.
Solid 7.
Okay, I rolled a 10 plus 4. So that is 14.
I rolled a 12 and it also plus 4, so it's a 16 for me.
You have a low center of gravity because you're a dwarf, so you just
Yes,
you're
I'm
solid.
short to the ground.
Yes. Thea's so tall and thin and graceful that she just gets knocked over easily. It actually all makes perfect sense.
It's all checking out. So, Flint, you managed to hold on to the edge, but Thea and Nulara, you are knocked into the frigid cold waters.
Uh-oh.
There are 5, 6, 7 Merrow in the water with you.
Was Nulara knocked over with her flaming sword? Because you can totally use that now.
You have all of your
snap.
equipment, yeah?
You don't have to worry about burning the boat down.
That's true.
One thing that I'm going to tell you now is that both of you who are knocked into the water, you have to make a Constitution saving throw at the start of each of your turns, so not yet.
Oh, and we might have disadvantage because we're in the water?
On each failed saving throw, which I will tell you if you pass or fail.
Uh-oh.
On each failed saving throw, you suffer 1 level of exhaustion. So once we get there, I'll tell you what happens if you fail. But until then, let's roll for initiative.
20!
I got a... Oh, good one.
18.
I got a 3.
Solid.
So got that real bad roll out of the way
Well, I mean, you got
early
knocked
on.
into the water, right? So
I got my good roll out of the way early on. And now I can just do mediocre shit for the rest of the time.
Excellent.
okay, so Thea, you're up first. So you've got
Yeah, I am.
yeah, you've got most of the Merrows swimming around you
Sweet.
as
So
you
they're
fall.
within
So each square is 5 feet.
Oh, we're on the opposite side of the boat too. Okay.
Yeah, you are farthest away from. Well, I mean, Flint's up there. He could help you.
No, you know what? That's fine. I'm going to do Ice Storm. I'm going to cast Ice Storm.
Okay, and what does Ice Storm do?
Ice Storm. It rains down ice from the skies.
You should look up because that's going to affect a lot of people,
Oh, okay, and if
or not a lot of people.
it does, I'll take it back.
Also, because we are in an icy place, these creatures probably have advantage against icy stuff.
Oh, yeah, but it's bludgeoning.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's some aggressive ice.
It's some big ass hail things coming down.
Okay.
Doesn't anything get hurt if you hit it hard enough?
I suppose.
That's always been my philosophy.
It's like I live in the mountains, so if you hit me with rocks, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's how it works, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, Ice Storm. A hail of rock-hard ice pounds to the ground in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot-high cylinder centered on a point within range.
So it's 20 feet.
So where's my point within range that would not affect the boat? Is it the farthest guy? 5, 10, 15, 20?
Well, it's centered, right? So
Yeah.
it comes out. So that's a big 5, 10. So yeah, you would miss the boat if you centered it kind of here around.
Okay, good. I'll go
Around
to the
this guy.
left of the furthest guy.
Ooh, fancy.
What?
things are happening.
I showed them where I was talking about, and they saw the little circle pop.
Oh,
So-
I thought they were talking about how impressive my ice storm was going to be.
That's also.
Well, no, I like
Oh, no,
that
of course.
too, but
Each creature in the cylinder must make a dexterity saving throw. Are
Okay.
you going to do that right now?
I'm just going
This
to
is happening.
no, but like, are they going to do that right now?
just going to label these guys as we go here so that I can keep track of them. That is going to be 18 for red guy
Okay, red guy saves.
and 13 for blue guy.
Ooh, blue guy doesn't. Okay, so red guy is going to take half damage. So the creatures take 2d8 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold damage on a failed save.
Whoa.
Okay.
Or
So,
half as much on a successful one.
yeah. Okay. So roll that out.
I roll a 2d8. I know what that dice looks like. Shut up. 7. 14.
Ooh, good roll.
That was the bludgeoning damage. So one guy gets that full shot, and another guy only gets 7 of that.
Okay. And what about the cold?
4d6. 6. 1. 4.
Ooh,
That's 17.
So 31. Jesus.
Thea's on a hot streak with those rolls.
She's killing it.
Okay, wow. Good. The red guy takes half of that, yes? Or
Yes.
all of the cold?
He takes 2d8 bludgeoning and 46 cold on a failed save, or half as much on a successful
Okay,
one.
so
he
yeah.
just takes half of
Half
whatever
of 31,
damage that I...
so
Yeah.
15. Okay. So blue guy is bloodied.
Yeah, he is.
Red guy is
I swim in the pool of his blood.
fantastic.
I revel in it. I feel like it fuels me.
It's gonna warm you up in that frigid water.
Yeah, well.
Advantage.
Can
Oh,
like,
you didn't
throw
take your
boxes?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit.
We'll forego it for this first go around just because I didn't make you do it. Because if you failed it, it would have affected how your rolls were.
Of course.
Okay. So
Let's pretend I did it and I did really well.
Flint, you're up.
All right. None of them are on the boat yet, correct?
No, they are not.
I'm wondering if I should just stay on the boat or like jump on in there.
You should stay on the boat, I think, Flint, for sure skis.
Throw boxes and stuff.
Okay.
Can you find something to throw?
So Larry's still on the boat with me. Who else is on the boat?
You've got, we'll say, 2 crewmen on the surface of the boat. There are more crewmen underneath, but they haven't come up.
Okay. So 2 crewmen, Larry and myself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will mosey on over to where Larry and the crewmen are, just to give the appearance like I'm ready to fight in case anybody comes over the side.
Do you have any ranged attacks?
Do you have a bow and arrow or anything?
Do you have a slingshot?
I've got some throwing
You have a
axes.
sling? Yeah, but you'll lose that forever. It's the ocean.
Yeah, it'll be gone.
That's true. I do have a throwing axe here, or a slingshot here somewhere. Hang on. I will refer to the page.
You guys picked up those slingshots in like the first session, so that's...
I've
Yeah.
used mine before. I know.
I know I've used it too, but it's just been a very long time.
Come on, Dennis the Menace, these bitches. Do it.
Okay, there we go. 1d4 plus 2, and it's got a plus 3 to hit.
Okay.
So I guess I will try and attack. How is Mr. Blue doing? Is he bloodied or is he doing okay?
Mr. Blue is the only bloodied one so far.
All right, well, I'll try and add to his misery by throwing a couple sling rocks at him
Okay.
because I'm a real jerk. So that's 16 on the first one.
For your attack roll,
Yes, definitely not for damage. I don't think a 1d4 goes that high.
that's fair. That hits.
So 5 damage on the first attack. And whoa, crit 20.
What?
With a slingshot.
Yeah, way to waste it on a slingshot, hey. So 5 damage with the first, 5 again, so 10 damage in total on the second
So
one.
you hit the Merrow with the second shot there, and you see him disappear beneath the waves.
Sweet.
And you can assume that he is no more.
No, put this
That's a
skull
big
and
red X through
crossbones.
him.
Come on.
Well, that means he's poisoned.
Oh, does it? Oh, never mind then.
He's gone. You don't have to deal with him. Now it's the Merrow's turn. So we're going to go the green and orange guys. 3 of the Merrow begin to rock the boat again.
I break out into song from Guys and Dolls.
This is all that's been in my head, Amy, ever since he said rock the boat the first time. So thank you for saying that. Because this whole time I'm like, don't knock the boat over, rock the It's in there. It's in my head. So
They begin to.
I just wrote down "rock the boat" on my note.
Well, we said it enough times that it obviously means something.
Oh my god!
They
I
begin
think
to
it's
do
the
that, but it doesn't
the
rock.
episode title.
It doesn't rock the surface of the boat nearly as much as the last time. There aren't as many of them doing that, so we don't need to make any saves there. This yellow guy goes to attack one of these crewmen. And Nulara, you hear, because you're on the same side as him, you hear a scream from behind you as the Merrow takes a bite out of that crewman.
Uh-oh.
He takes 8 damage on that bite. And purple guy is going to move over and go to attack you, Nulara. He comes at you with his claws, and he gets a 17 on this first attack.
17 is my AC.
Which means he fails. He's a failure.
He's a failure.
Hate him.
He tries to pull you in for a bite, though, and again misses on that one. Red guy comes over to Thea here.
Oh, I'd like to see him try.
Does the same thing. He gets a 23, not critical,
okay,
on
fine.
his claws.
Fine.
And you take
A shower.
12 damage, 12 piercing damage. And he pulls you.
I don't know why it's wrong.
Because you probably clicked something.
I didn't.
And he tries to pull you in for a bite, and he, again,
People living like they got no mama.
Is everyone hearing that?
what's Tom doing?
That's not me.
I'm sorry.
That's not me.
That's great.
Why were the black eyed peas on?
That's a great
What just
question.
happened?
I liked it. You know what? We're in the middle of this battle, and it's just like, where's the love?
Where's the love? It's fair.
Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties.
Nulara, you're up there. So all the Merrow have gone. Nulara, it's your turn.
Okay, so I whisper muy caliente,
Yes.
and it's amazing, and my sword lights on fire. And then I roll a not fantastic roll of a 6, but I have +9, so that is 15. Is that a hit?
15 is a hit, yes.
Great. Then I am going to do 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 6 is 18 damage
Ooh.
to that purple guy,
Yep.
and then I'm going to attack him again.
Yeah, you will.
Maybe I won't. That was a 4, so that is a 13.
13 is not good.
Okay, what about Donnie? Donnie's going to do some, I don't know, he's going to do something. Let's see what he's going to do.
Sure.
He rolled a 16.
There you go. That's good.
Well, Donnie, what a good job he's doing. And I think that he just does a d4 plus something is my recollection. Yep. So he rolled a 2 plus 2, so that's 4 damage. And then that he has to do a Constitution saving throw because Donnie's trying to sting him.
That is a 6.
Oh my goodness! He's poisoned for 1 hour. It's never happened before. Donnie just like peed. He's so excited.
That's it. Podcast over. We're done now.
What did you say you rolled?
6.
Okay. Oh, it's so much even better, you guys.
It's so much
If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, which it did because he had to beat 11, the target falls unconscious for 1 hour.
What?
He's gonna drown.
What?
Donnie just drowned a
Nice.
guy.
Wow, Donnie.
Donnie, you're so badass.
Oh, it's so good.
Let's just say he's under the water.
Yes.
So he disappears beneath the surface and he's gone.
Amazing. Donnie. Yes, we high five.
Of course,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
You know what, like with his little tiny pseudo dragon paw, he flies over me. We high five.
Now it's LaRoosta's turn.
I mean, Larry.
Larry.
Do it, Larry.
And he has a heavy crossbow that he's going to try and shoot one of the Merrow with. So he rolls. Oh, not well. He only gets a 5 on his attack roll, so he shoots into the water because he's just a little frazzled is what's going on here. And then the crewmen get a turn here. So this guy is going to come over here and throw his spear, which hits for 6 damage to this yellow guy. And this crewman is going to attack said yellow guy, but it does not. And this guy's
Why
going to
are we always teamed up with people who can't do shit?
Crewmen don't do anything. We're just going to omit the crewman for now.
Oh, poor crewman.
Okay.
Thea, you're up.
Yeah, I am. All right, so I am going. Who's around me right now? I got red guy. I got green guy.
Green guy trying to shake the boat.
Oh wait, I need to roll. I have to do a Constitution saving throw.
No, the Oh, yes.
Beginning of my turn?
Yeah, you got
Come on.
Yes, make a Constitution saving throw.
Way
You
to be
got
honest, Thea. Way to
You
be
got so
honest.
excited.
I did. 7.
7, you failed your first saving throw, which means you are now at level 1 of exhaustion, which means you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay, that's fine, but I can still.
You can still
I can
do
still
your-
murder him with my magic?
Yeah.
Neat. Okay, I'm going to swim a little bit over to green guy. And I'm going to use Blight, which means the necromantic energy washes over the creature of my choice that I can see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it. The target must make a Constitution saving throw.
And that's 5. I don't think that's going to be good.
The target takes 8d8 necrotic damage on a failed save.
Whew. Okay.
Let's do this.
Do you need some more d8s?
Nah, I just need someone to add for me. 5.
4, 6, 7, 9,
Is there a reason why he's only counting by ones and twos?
11,
I don't like
Rolled
it.
really shitty.
18,
There we go. What am I at?
21, 29, 30.
30. Nice even 30.
30 damage.
I like it.
I rolled many ones and twos. Let's just say that.
Okay. So you bloodied him with that damage. Is there anything else that happens?
Are you asking me if there's anything more than 8d8 damage?
Anything more than the 30 damage?
Well,
Like it
anything that
wasn't enough?
Happened like
He pees a little bit, and it gets a little bit warmer in that water for Thea.
Yeah. I swim a little bit closer just to make sure that
for sure.
I'm getting as much of the warmth as I can.
Flint, you're up there.
I guess none of them are on the boat yet. Hey.
Not at the moment. No.
I blighted the guy who was trying.
Yeah, I guess I will. I guess I will slingshot away since I have 28 more sling stones. All right. The first one was not. Well, I mean, it might not be successful, but 9.
9 is not successful. No.
Okay. Oh, this is better. 23.
23 is much more successful.
Okay, perfect. And 5 damage. And I guess I will go for Mr. Red.
Red. And now it's their turn. I'm just going to do one big roll for them. So, red guy begins to climb up into the boat. He's going to try and go for you there, buddy.
All right.
He misses on his first claw, but second one, that's going to be a 21, not critical.
All right.
And you will get...
Hep A.
My favorite of the heps.
that's 10 damage.
Hey. All right.
Green guy, much the same. First claw doesn't do anything. Second gets a 19
Ugh.
on Thea.
I assumed.
Yeah, that's 8 damage. Orange guy backs away from the boat here and pulls out a harpoon and tries to shoot up onto the boat at LaRusta, and that is a 22, so he hits LaRusta for 11
1 damage.
11 damage.
Larry, no.
This guy here pulls the crewman he's battling under the water. The yellow one misses entirely what he's doing, so it is Nulara's turn. So you have to make a Constitution saving throw there.
Okay. So I rolled a 12. What do I do? Anything else with that? Do I add anything to that?
Yeah, your Constitution bonus.
Oh, I see. So that's 13.
You save that, so you are not exhausted yet.
Ooh, nice.
Perfect. Am I able to do an action, but then also an attack, or those are the same thing? Or I can move, right?
You can
I'd
move,
like to
yeah.
try and get back in the boat and then shoot someone with an arrow. Can I do both of those things, or do I have to choose?
No, you can do both of those things because you can move up to 30 feet, and each
Right.
square is 5 feet. We'll say that to climb up into the boat is another.
Okay.
Yeah, you could move up and shoot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. That's what I would. Rather than swimming alongside the boat, I will try to get in the boat, which I assume I do like strength or dexterity, or what should I try to roll to do that?
Yeah, maybe dexterity check.
Okay. That is 17.
That is fine. So you're back up into the boat there.
Nice.
There I am. Look, I moved and everything. So I'm gonna check out this rotational skill. Is the red guy in the boat?
The red guy is, yes, in the boat, yeah.
Okay. By the way, I also sheathed my sword, so it's not on fire anymore, so the captain won't kick me out of the boat. So maybe I will... No, since I'm on the boat, and he's only 10... Okay, so I can still move more. I can still move over to the red guy, right? Rather than shooting someone outside of the boat with an arrow?
Yeah, you should be fine.
Great. I'm going to attack him. That is a 20, not not a natural 20. I am not on fire anymore, so he only gets. I rolled 2 6s on my d6, so he plus 2, so he is 14 damage, and then I'm going to attack him again. Because F that guy, which is 17. And then he gets 2 plus 6, 8 plus 2, 10 more damage. Because I hate that guy.
He gets knocked back out of the boat and he is dead.
Perfect. Now, Donnie will... I think he can go 60 feet. I think he can go a bit further because he's flying. So he maybe is going to go over and try to bite the green guy that is attacking Thea.
Attacking is you lose that term
And
loosely.
he got... Oh, yeah, because you dehydrated him, didn't you?
Yeah, he's looking sad.
Well, it's fine. He's still the closest to the people I care about the most, so he's going to...
Finish him off, Johnny. Finish him off.
Yes. So Donnie rolled a 16 plus 3, so that's 19.
Donnie killing it tonight.
I know, Donnie is doing real good. And then he gets 2 plus 2, so that's 4 damage, and then the guy needs to roll Constitution.
He gets a 15 on his Constitution.
Okay, so he is not paralyzed.
Okay.
This time.
And it's LaRoosta's turn now. And
Come on, Larry.
reloads his crossbow and tries to shoot at the orange Merrow in the water. Oh, Jesus, Larry. And doesn't.
Larry, what the fuck?
It's like, I'm sorry, guys. It's cold on the fingers. Your turn.
Okay, well, I'm in the water, I guess, still. I mean, which has worked out for me fine, but I'm going to try to get back up in the boat and also use a ranged weapon.
So if you try and get back up in the boat, you're going to have an opportunity attack on you from the Merrow that's right beside you.
Oh, fine, I will fight him. If I
Just
must.
kill that guy, then get back in the boat.
Yeah, I'm very close to him, so I'm just going to I'm gonna take a dagger and I'm gonna both my daggers. I'm gonna dagger him in the sides, like in both ribs, like nobody can see the action I'm making, but I
feel like I can
great
picture
radio.
it. I feel like I know the one you're
Thank
doing.
you.
I could hear it, and that helped me visualize it.
This is strength, right?
Yeah.
21. Yeah.
Yeah, 21's great.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so dagger is 1d4 plus 2. Okay. Is that all it is? Really?
Yeah, it's a dagger.
2?
Plus 2.
4?
Yeah. That's it.
But did you dagger him with
Is
twice?
that just for one of my daggers, or
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you
okay?
get to go again, yeah.
Okay, good. 3,
No.
1.
You rolled 2 for your first one.
Yeah.
So you only get to roll it once more.
Okay, fine. 7. God. Yes, right.
Roll
2.
9.
What? Why?
2 plus 2.
Is 4 plus 3.
3 plus 2.
Oh. Let's just split the difference and go 9.
He is dead too.
Yay!
I killed him, yay! Can I move after I attack?
Yes.
Okay, I want to crawl back up on the boat.
Okay, make a dex.
Oh, I should have
You-
rolled before then.
Just make it.
Sorry.
It's all right.
19!
Yay!
You're back up in the boat.
You just like levitate up or
My
something.
rolls have been just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have that exhaustion stance
yes,
on you.
fine.
Whose turn is it? Flint,
I
it's your
believe it's
turn.
my turn. All right, so the rest of them are still down in the water, correct?
Yes, the pinkish looking one there, he is under the water. You can't actually see those two right now.
Okay.
But the yellow one and the orange one are still visible.
All right, I guess I'll take a little trip down the boat. I will throw some more slings at the orange fellow. Since I get bonus crits on 19, that's a crit.
Nice.
All right, so that's 1 and 2 is 3, solid roll, and 5, so 8 damage on the first attack.
Okay.
And second attack roll is a 13.
Any bonuses with that?
That was with bonuses.
13's not good.
Okay.
So the Merrow are going to go. So this pink Merrow comes back up here. And the crewman does not.
Uh-oh.
He's been under for a little while now.
Well, yeah, full turn here, but yeah. So the crewman does not come back up. The pink guy does, however, and he reaches up into the boat to grab at this other crewman that's here, and pulls this crewman into the water. This yellow one, he attacks the other crewman and takes a chunk out of him with his claws, and he takes another 8 damage. And orange guy shoots his harpoon up into the boat at Flint,
Bring it.
and he rolls a 23, not critical. And you get...
Brought it.
You did. You get 7 damage.
Okay.
Nulara, your turn.
I guess the pink and yellow Merrows are like on those guys, right? I shouldn't be firing arrows at them.
Unless you're really sure that you're gonna...
I'm on a moving boat. I'm probably not that confident, so I will shoot an arrow at the orange guy. That is a... Sorry, I don't use my bow that often. I need to check my things. That is a 22. I'll assume that's a hit.
You're good to go, yeah.
For 1 damage.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
But I will shoot another arrow at him on my next attack.
For 1 damage?
And that's a... Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's only 1d8 for my... That's
Oh,
it.
yes, yeah.
No bonuses. Like, I don't have anything with that weapon, but it's my only ranged weapon. So I got a 19 on my second attack. And that is 3 damage. Donnie is maybe gonna go and try and bite, like, the yellow guy.
Okay.
Because he can get in there quick. He got a 23. Donnie's
Donnie's badass.
killing
Oh,
it.
Donnie.
I know, it's crazy.
He's really coming into his own.
And he got 6 damage. And that guy needs to do a Constitution
He
throw.
got an 18 on his constitution.
Well, I guess
Oh,
he's
wow.
fine then.
And then Larusta gets
Come on,
another
Larry.
turn to
Redemption
save
time,
the
Larry.
day. Okay. So he shoots his heavy crossbow again, and that's a 17 this time. So he actually hits something this time.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, Larry.
I don't know which dice to use because he hasn't hit anything yet. There we go. And he gives 6 damage to the orange.
Good job, Larry.
Nice.
Way to join the party.
I'm useful.
Whoa, let's not go. Yeah, let's not go
crazy
putting
there, Larry.
labels on anything.
It's now the crewman's turn. They're in the water. They have to
Thrash around wildly.
thrash around wildly. One of them takes a level of exhaustion, but the one on the yellow one manages to land a hit, and he takes 2 damage. Thea, your turn.
I'm going to. I can run across the boat, right?
Yeah.
I can go 30 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to take out my oath bow, and I look at the yellow one, and I say, "Swift death to those who have wronged me," and I try to shoot him. 13 plus bow's dexterity, right? 14.
Yes, 14's good.
Cool. 3d6. 6 damage.
Hey, Flint, you're up.
All right. So still no one in the boat.
Nobody in the boat.
Okay, I've got 27 stones left, so I will swing away again. That's a 20, but not critical.
Okay.
I'm still going for Mr. Orange, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's 4 damage on the first one. And 22, not critical. And 4 damage again. Consistent.
Solid. You did more damage with a slingshot than I did with an oath bow. Dennis the Menace wins again.
It's the Merrow's turn. So the pink and the yellow Merrow pull both of those crewmen under the water. And they disappear. And at the same time that happens, the orange one disappears under the water. And as you wait for a little while, none of them come back up. It appears that they have fled.
I'll take it as a win.
Fantastic.
Yay!
Some of the other crewmen kind of watch over the edge to see if anything comes back up, as does Larry. But those 3 crewmen that were brought overboard died in that battle. But Larry says, well, that happens sometimes.
He is not broken up about it.
He's not.
They knew what they
Some
were
of the
getting
crewmen
into.
seem a little more perturbed, but Larry's like, well, yeah, they signed on for that. But you guys, you fight really well.
Thanks.
In comparison to me, who does not apparently fight very well.
I wasn't going to say anything.
But you're a hell of a captain.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for saying. So, with that done, it's about nighttime now, and you guys continue to travel on as you said you wanted to just stay on the boat through the day and night. And come morning, you see off in the distance some fishing boats filled with what looks like hunters in the boats. So there are 2 boats you see going by some nearby ice floes, and they are filled with 6 hunters each.
What are they hunting?
Maybe we should ask them that.
How far away are they?
You see them at quite a distance. If you were to have Larry redirect the boat, you could get to them.
Can we just ask Larry what he thinks they might be hunting?
I only asked that
He's been here
question because I
before.
thought it was strange that we automatically assumed they're hunters maybe on a fishing boat.
They have spears and stuff.
Oh, so we're close enough to see their weaponry?
Yes.
Okay. Should we just talk to them? Maybe they know more about this woman we're trying to find? Maybe they've seen her?
We might want to go over there. It's probably a good idea.
Sure.
Hey, Larry.
Yes.
Let's head over to that boat and ask their crew a few questions. Maybe they can give us a little more direction. Maybe they've seen something.
He says, "Yeah, we could do that. There are some tribes in this area, so I mean they're usually pretty forthcoming and friendly. But yeah, we'll go over there." So they redirect the boat, and you notice that the 2 canoe boats kind of notice your ship coming towards them, and they are beginning to paddle away from you.
They do not like the cut of our jib.
Is it because our boat is like blood streaked and like?
I mean,
scary?
it could have something to do with it, but yours is faster than theirs. And you pull up alongside, and one of the crewmen begins talking to them in a language that none of you speak.
Not even me. I speak a lot of
You
languages.
don't speak this language.
I also speak 5 languages.
Who speaks?
The made-up word you're about to make up.
Towel microphone mousey.
Dwarfish. Oh, that's me.
Uliak.
Ulick?
Ulick.
Ulick what?
Uliak.
Oh, easy there, people.
None of you speaking, all right? So they have an interaction, and people in the boats, they seem quite unfriendly and give very short answers to whatever the crewman is saying. And before the crewman is kind of done talking, they try harder to paddle away. And so it doesn't look like they're offering any information to him, and he comes over after and says, I don't quite know why they're like that. I mean, usually they're a shy group, but they don't, generally speaking, act with any malice or act rude towards outsiders coming in and asking questions. So it seems odd, but they didn't give me anything to go on based on what you guys are looking for.
I want to talk to them more and make them give me answers.
Could Donnie, because he can speak to people telepathically using images, so could he show them, I guess we don't know what it looks like, but we're looking for that Drakhorn,
Yep.
right?
Maybe he could show them a picture of like a dragon and a horn.
Yeah, something like that, like to try and communicate them sans language.
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So Donnie does so and gives them all an image in their minds of, what do you want the image to be?
Well, because we don't know what the woman we're looking for looks like, right? So he couldn't do that. It's not like he saw a picture. But, I guess, the dragon and a horn. I mean, it's called a Drakhorn, so that seems reasonable, right?
Yeah, the Drakhorn.
Yeah, he does that. He shows them a dragon and a horn.
And we're talking like the instrument, not like...
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, not like a...
Well, I
not
just
like
thought
a
you need to
horn.
clarify for
Yeah.
Donnie.
Yeah. And like the instrument, perhaps a French horn. Who knows? So he shows them that, and they all look very confused, and some of them a bit scared.
Solid.
Okay.
At the fact that they're seeing these images.
Against their will. Oh my god, Donnie just
Against
totally
their
mind
will.
breaks them. Jesus.
And they begin to paddle faster off into the distance.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
Congratulations, everyone. We scared them half to
Okay.
death.
Now they have stories to tell.
What else do we see? Just some ice?
You see a lot of ice, and just the canoes heading off into the distance. That's all you see right now.
Do we want to follow them? I mean, that seemed like an unworthwhile interaction because we can't talk to them. So
Yeah, maybe we leave them alone and go back on continue our course.
Okay.
So you
What were all those dice rollings?
have to decide what you see next. It's magic.
I see.
So you guys continue on for a little while. Are you going in the same direction as the boats or a different direction?
I think the previous course we had set
Okay.
before we asked.
Yeah. So you guys
Here.
carry on for another half day or so, and off in the
Oh,
distance.
during that time,
Yeah.
I sit and I meditate
Good call.
Okay.
for 4 hours, which means I'm good to go now.
Well, this is the next day anyway, right? So everybody should be all healed up.
Yeah, there's enough time for a long rest in
Okay.
there. Yeah. So everybody should have.
I
their
still
stuff
take
back.
my long rest in a short period of time because I can.
Yeah, for sure. You hear above ship, Larry yells down. He says, "You guys should come up here and take a look at something."
Well, that's vague. Let's go take a look at something.
Okay? Totally.
You go up and you see. He points off to the side, and you see a large silhouette of a massive iceberg with a flattened expanse at one end, rising to jagged peaks at the other. And he says that, I don't know for sure, but what this iceberg looks like that of what could be one of Aruthatar's lairs.
Ooh. Let's check it out.
Ooh.
The direction of it does kind of match where the people in the boats were going.
Let's get there. Let's see what's up. Oh, I want to put my feet on solid ground.
Totally.
So as you get closer, you come up to this large shelf of ice down near the water line, and you see the canoes, or very similar canoes, the hunter that were being talked to and given images earlier. You also see that this landing is littered with enormous cracked bones, including ribs that arch taller than a human, creating an entryway into where you can climb up onto this iceberg.
Seems inviting.
Is there a welcome mat of sorts?
Totally.
You spend a little while kind of looking at the area. If you want to make a nature check.
As a 14 for me.
It's a 6.
13, but I have advantage on that. What does that mean?
You get +2.
Yeah.
Okay, so 15?
So you recognize the bones as mostly whale and huge seal bones. And as you kind of examine them a little more, you discover tooth marks with a monstrous bite radius, leaving you evidence that some sort of gigantic predator ate at least some of these creatures. And as you examine through them, you find some smaller human bones in the pile as well, all of which show the same bite marks.
Well, that sounds promising.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a dragon over here. Let's go. I run forward through the ribs, but like singing in the rain style. So I'm kind of like swinging off of each of the ones. I'm just happy to be back on the ground,
Twirling around them.
As you guys kind of get off the boat, Larry says, if it's all the same to you guys, I would like to keep my crewmen on the ship, being that if this is, in fact, a dragon's lair, I don't want to leave my ship unguarded.
Fair enough.
Yep, you guys are pretty useless anyway.
Mm-hmm. And it did prove to be a very safe place for all of your crewmen on the boat.
I kind of more mutter that. I don't want to be rude, but I do want to talk a little bit of shit, like just to you guys about him. So, like, whatever. No problem there.
Yeah, it's time for a break, obviously.
Well, we've been traveling long enough. We're all getting a bit irritated with each other.
Cabin fever setting in.
Yeah.
An ice chasm splits the cliff face above the ice shelf rising to the top of the plateau, and the chasm is about 20 feet wide near the bottom, but narrows to 5 feet wide at the top, and steps are cut into the ice, making for an easy climb up to the top of the plateau. As you get up to the top, it's not level. The ground is uneven and fractured by different narrow ice chasms. You see, when you come up to the top of the plateau, in a row, there are 10 corpses frozen into a wall of ice. You see 3 Lusker warriors, a dwarf, and 6 of the people who look the same as those who you were talking to in the canoes. The bodies have been preserved in the ice, making it impossible to tell how long they've been there. But that's what you see as you walk up there, and there is a bit of a footpath that continues along more towards the center of this iceberg.
I stop in front of one of the frozen people, and I look back at Flint and Thia and go, should I like thaw one of them out and see if they're still alive? They could maybe tell us how they got here and what's going on.
How's your resurrection magic?
It's not. So I could thaw them and they could just be dead, or they could be just frozen, and when I thaw them out, they'll probably still be dead. But they could be alive.
I think we could probably leave it.
Okay. Maybe next time.
Okay, well, if nothing else turns up, let's come back and unthaw one of these bad boys.
I patch the ice, and I'm like, maybe next time, you guys. I'll get my necromancy under check and
love it.
There is an obvious path, which looks to be that of which has been made by the hunters who you saw in the canoe, leading towards the center of the iceberg there.
Off we go.
Yeah, I'm already on the path.
As you travel along it, it doesn't take a long time before you see smoke rising over some of the snowdrifts and some of the different chasms and stuff that you're walking through and around. But you see smoke rising from the center of the iceberg in very chimney-esque type streams.
Guys, I think we should go there immediately.
Agreed. What else are we doing?
We hurry faster thinking that there might be like a warm place.
As you approach, there's a large chasm and an ice ledge. You are noticed by a pack of sled dogs that is a little bit further ahead there, and they begin barking and growling as you enter into this open area that opens into a village.
I have animal handling. I'm proficient in animal handling.
Okay.
I also have animal handling.
Okay.
So
I also have a minus to my animal handling ability.
you stay back.
All right.
You stay back. I think maybe we get them to stop barking. We befriend them and we're like, it's okay, puppy dogs, because we don't want to alert the town, and barking dogs make people unsteady.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So 8 plus 7.
Are you the only one, Nulara? Are you doing this as well?
I also have. So if I have proficiency, I just add my proficiency bonus, or do I also add my I guess wisdom bonus
You
that is
would
there?
add your wisdom and your proficiency bonus.
You know what? On your character sheet, beside where it says animal handling, it gives you a number, and that's your bonus.
This is factual.
Does it now? I rolled a 16 plus 5, so 21.
You're trying to calm down the dogs, and you're somewhat successful, but you hear, almost as soon as you start doing this, the sound of footsteps and yelling coming from the village, and you are greeted by a whole slew of warriors. There are 25 warriors, 30 commoners, and there's also 3 people who are more dressed up in different, looks like tribal regalia.
I remain sitting on the floor, on the ground, surrounded by the dogs, and I've got one laying down and I'm scratching its belly. That's how
You didn't succeed that well.
What? Why not? Can I pet them? Am I petting them?
I just remain off in the background, not talking to the dogs at all.
So you are greeted by a whole bunch of people. The warriors have weapons drawn, and they begin yelling at you in their language. Yuliak, what do you do?
I wave.
Hello!
Yes. Smile, wave, look friendly.
Yeah, be non-threatening.
Kind of lift up our hands, in the universal,
Look, no
we're
weapons
cool
in my
here.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are now surrounded as they're pointing spears at you. Then, after a little while of them yelling what appear to be questions at you, you hear from up the way you came, Larry yell, "Just don't make any sudden movements, okay, guys?" And some of the warriors turn to look where he was coming up, and he walks out, and he says, I don't know why they're acting like this, guys. Really. They're really normally very nice people. As he's describing this, one of the warriors comes up and knocks him out.
Oh, well done.
Thanks, Larry.
In fact, all 3 of you are struck from behind and are all knocked out.
Hello, I'm your Dungeon Master, Russ Moore, and thank you for listening to Episode 3 of Dumbgeons and Dragons, this one titled Rock the Boat. I hope you're enjoying what we're creating here. I just want to take a moment to say sorry for the technical issues midway through. We are working on remedying this, so hopefully it won't last too much longer. As for exciting news, Dumbgeons and Dragons is on iTunes as well as many other download sources, and I am working as quickly as I can to make it available everywhere I can. Wow. When you do subscribe, if you do subscribe, if you could give us a rating and a review, hopefully positive, every little bit helps in the rankings on iTunes. If we start getting them through, we may start reading them here because we'd love to hear what everyone is thinking about the podcast and the story and the characters and everything going on in the Dumb Dragon world. Speaking of which, if you want to be more involved in the Dumb Dragon universe, you can follow us on Twitter at DumbDragonCast and on Facebook at facebook.com/DumbDragonCast. This is where you can find out first when new episodes are loaded, and of course, any other information we have, we will put out there first. I am also in the process of putting a website together where more character and world-based information can be kept up. More details on that soon. I won't bore you with it right now, but we'll come back to that another time. And that should be enough for now. Thank you again for taking part in what we have going on here. We're really excited about it. Let's get back to the adventure. Our next episode will be out February 1st. We'll be on a Wednesday release schedule going forward. Have a wonderful couple weeks, and we'll talk to you then.
And you wake up. You're unsure how long later, but you are in a very small yurt, tied up. All of your belongings are out of reach, and you are being watched by one of the people who was dressed up in some of the regalia. And he asks a question to you. Larry is awake at this point, and Larry interprets what he's saying, and he says he wants to know what we're doing here and why you're here and what you want from them.
Well, Larry, you know, we are in search of a woman who might have the location of the Dracorn. And if we can control the Dracorn, we can start to eliminate our big, dragon and dragon cult problem that is the scourge of our part of the world.
Larry interprets, but the man, he says, the dragon problem is not a problem that can be taken care of. If you think you can, you are foolish.
Yeah, that sounds like us. But we're also very stubborn.
Do you think that they, worship this dragon? Because they're living, surrounded by his carcasses, right? So maybe we want to, instead of talking about, I don't know, anything negative about dragons, we want to just, really focus on how we're trying to find that woman and that ship. That's what have they seen anything like that?
You describe Makoth the Crimson, and he kind of takes a pause and says, we've heard stories of her and her ship, but they were destroyed years ago by a dragon named
Aruthator.
Well, he uses the phrase Old White Death.
Yeah, sounds like the same guy.
But in fact, the dragon itself was killed a year ago by frost giants.
Oh, twist.
Twist indeed.
He starts describing how they are living here and that you guys need to leave right away, as there are many different sea monsters in the area. And he tells you that he's surprised that you walked past the ice shelf, as those are all the bones of the monsters that they have killed in trying to keep people away from where they are staying.
They're saying they killed the whales and the giant seals, the rib tunnel.
He did not refer to them as whales or seals. He referred to them as bones of sea monsters.
I do not think this group is very educated.
Well, but also they're lying because there's teeth marks on them. Giant teeth marks. So how'd they kill them? They're pulling our legs here.
Call a note on it, Nulara.
So we could ask, it looked like there was teeth marks on those giant bones, though. Without being accusatory,
Nudge,
but,
nudge.
He takes a second and looks like he's searching for the right thing to say, but then says, you must just leave for the safety of our tribe and for your safety. There is nothing for you here.
Can I ask him, before the ice giant defeated Aruthator, who is now dead, were they ruled over by this dragon?
He does not say, but a look in his eye gives you the feeling that there is something that he is very concerned about.
Do the ice giants rule this land?
He says no.
Is Aruthator the dragon actually dead?
He avoids the question and says,
I've got my answer.
If you do not leave,
Aruthator's going to be pissed and destroy your village?
If you do not leave, we will force your strongest warrior to battle our strongest warrior.
Would this get us the answers to the questions that we've been asking?
Because we're not above a fight or anything. I'd prefer to work together to solve this problem as opposed to kill your strongest warrior. That just sounds like a backward step to me.
Do they need help fighting the frost giants? Because we're all over that.
Yeah, we are very helpful.
Like, we don't want to fight them.
He says, if you feel you can help us, the only way I know that you can prove this is to battle our strongest warrior.
Do we have to kill him?
I don't really want to kill
Me
him.
neither.
I really don't want to kill your strongest warrior. I mean, we can
Can we just fight till...
maim?
Or even...
Fight until he gets too tired?
Or fight until we could have struck a killing blow, but not actually... Know what I mean? Like how they would fight, like a training fight.
The battle must be to the
Oh
death.
my god,
All right, fine, let's do this.
okay. Why do you want us to kill your strongest warrior so bad?
You know what? Maybe they don't trust the strongest warrior. Maybe he's in cahoots with the... Maybe he's just trying to get us to do his dirty
Maybe.
work. Who knows? Which one of us is going to murder perhaps a very innocent person?
He says one of the stipulations of this battle is that it must be one-on-one. No magic is allowed.
Oh.
Oh.
And the fight continues until one contestant is unconscious and dying.
Ooh, so not necessarily dead.
All right, I volunteer as tribute.
Yes, I was going to
'cause you have the most
say.
hit points. Also, what do these people look like? Are they human? Humanoid?
Yeah.
Humanesque.
Yeah, very humanesque.
Okay.
Human-like.
Yep.
Yeah, Flint.
Also, I don't want you to turn your flaming sword on and be disqualified, so...
Oh, yeah, I
That's true,
guess
that's
that's
magic.
magic. That's a really good point.
Yeah, Flint is like the least magic we have with the
Yeah.
most strength. Knock him down, Flint.
Let's
Knock
do
him down.
this!
You've accepted the battle.
Okay.
So you are brought out. You're allowed one weapon
I will take my two-handed great axe, thank you very much.
and your armor, of course.
Yeah.
But you guys are brought out to the center of the village. All of the people from the village are encircling the area. And you come out and you are greeted by a very large man dressed in full gladiator type armor, and he is probably at least double your size.
Okay.
Who has a shield and a spear, and all of the commoners and people surrounding the area are all chanting a word, which Larry tells you that this word is what he assumes is this man's name, and it is Orca Heart. So they are chanting this louder and louder over and over again until you are escorted into the center of this arena.